do some masking again. We got this Nissan Navara here. 2 quarter panels basically, that's all we got to mask up. I've still been doing this before I mask the cars up, just wipe them down with a kind of a used microfiber. So I've got like I've got 3 sections where I put my microfibers. I do reuse them, like once they're dirty I'll still put them in the dirty pile, but then I will clean them and reuse them. They'll go back into the clean pile. But then there's like a middle one which is sort of like it's a used, you know, used but not dirty, something that you would like this one here, if I prep sole these quarter panels with it, I'll put it into the middle one, which is still probably clean enough to wipe a panel that you're not blending with, if that makes sense. And then when they're in the dirty pile, I'll use them for this. So that's when they need a good clean out. But as you can see, it's good to get that dust out, because I still do my dry sanding, but it's good to get all that dust off before you do your masking. So I've got a pretty solid system down these days. I haven't had to change much in a while. I mean, you know, incrementally always trying new things, and yeah, it's all good. It's a good place to work here, I'll tell you what. They've got like loads of snacks in the fridge, they've got drinks and snacks, and it's all on the house, so it's good. Alright, what next? So I'll wipe that down too. Yeah, this job here, like, you know what? Some people treat work utes like work utes. And I think this person treats their work ute like a work ute. So it's not in the best condition. What does that mean for me? I'm not going out of my way to fix absolutely every imperfection on it, when you're probably just going to go and put them back in. That, and this are already freebie dents, and including these chips I've done. What I guess my point is, it's all over the whole thing. If you want them fixed, you can pay to have them fixed. That's the way I see it anyway. We got to draw the line somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I do generally like to, if there's only a couple, of course I'll always fix them, but obviously where possible, because, you know, we still do have blends to think about. We got that kind of a cut-off zone. There's one kind of up the top there which I'd rather not paint over, but as I say, like, you do have to kind of draw the line somewhere when you're talking about working for free. But yeah, this new GoPro I got, wow, I just got the new GoPro Hero 11 Black, and it's insane. One of the things that you can do with it is, I can't even remember the name, it's like horizon leveling or something like that. There's a few different settings that I've had to click on to get it to work exactly the way I want to, but basically I can turn this camera upside down. I'm not exaggerating, like I can twist it like that on that. So if I go up and down like that, yes, it will move, but if I turn it like this, like a horizon lock, I can do a full 360 and that stays straight. So it's amazing. So yeah, like I'm turning my head, but you probably won't even know. Like I'm twisting that camera, but you may not even know from what you're watching. Either way, it's pretty awesome. So now I've got this awesome camera, I guess I better start using it. But yeah, I think I mentioned it in my previous raw video, but I've made lots of raw videos since I've been here, but I haven't had the time to upload any of them because me starting here kind of coincided with me getting my Torana, and I've been very busy. And obviously when I'm at home and editing videos or behind a computer, I'm going to be prioritizing my main channel So the raw channel's just been kind of falling by the wayside to a point, and kind of forgot. I guess I never forget about it, but more important or prioritizing other things in my life at the moment. So that will change, you know. It's not going to be like that forever, but for now, it would be cool if I could do these videos live. I'll actually have to look into that. I was thinking about that before. Like, if I could just do these vids live, somehow I could sort of hook it up to my the 4G on my phone and create a wireless network or something. I don't know if it's possible, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I guess I do have the latest GoPro, so yeah, I guess that'd be cool. Gunman live streaming on the Raw channel. I don't know if anyone would be more or less interested in that. I guess the beauty of the normal YouTube video style is that you can come and watch it whenever you like, you know, but if I'm doing them live, well, then you might not be, you know, you might not have the time to watch when I'm streaming. I guess I could leave them live, you know what I mean? Like, you can do your live stream and then upload it as a video that it stays on your channel. Who knows? There's options. Yeah, I got the boss to ditch the 3M yellow tape because I don't really like it that much. I always found it a bit too, like it was too thick, too hard and stiff. I actually prefer this stuff. This is the 3M beige. Yeah, they don't muck around at this shop. I'm like, oh, do you want to order, you know, a box of the 3M beige masking tape next time, please? Half an hour later, there's 10 boxes of it. Yeah, they don't muck around here. But yeah, it's good to just be working in a shop where there's no drama, no people that hate you and that. It's just come to work, do your thing. Two of the guys are from Malaysia and don't talk. They don't talk much. I mean, they will if you, like, you know, you'll say good morning to them. It's not like there's a hatred thing there, but it's just, I guess there is a language barrier there. They're not, you know, fully fluent, I guess. Like one of them's actually quite good, but one of them's not the best. But you can still, you know, you can talk enough to you can understand what they're saying, I guess, most of the time. But and then the painter that I work with, he's deaf, so he can't talk. So honestly, that kind of that suits me just well, because I don't know, just the more you talk, the more people just seem to talk about each other, and it's actually kind of good. Just, and there's no politics. If you can't talk to it, if you don't talk to each other, there's no politics, you know what I mean? There's no he said, she said. It's just go to work, paint a couple of cars, go home. And I like that. And most of the time I'm just I'm listening to those earphones up there, or earmuffs, whatever you call them. So I might listen to podcasts or, you know, music, whatever. But yeah, been having lots of fun. I'm working on my Torana every single night. I did some rough maths last night, and I've probably been doing like 10 to 20 hours on it each week, working on my own Torana. And that's on top of a normal job, so not too bad. And having a family life in the middle as well. So like, I'll go home, like I leave here at 5:30, so I do an hour's overtime every night. And then go home, have some dinner, and then at 7 o'clock when I usually go out into the garage, and then I usually get in, I mean sometimes early, like 8:30 or 9, but generally 9:30 is when I when I call it a night. Come in, have a shower, go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. Just about ready for a bit of plastic there. I know there's some of you guys actually prefer my raw vids than my main channel, so to those of you who've been missing my raw vids, you know, sorry, but hopefully you've been enjoying the main channel videos in the meantime. I think I've been doing a fair bit over there. I've been more than usual, I think. Sometimes I've been putting up like 2 vids a week over there, so where's our plastic? Probably up here. That was a good park, nice and close. You can see this video, this spray booth is just a touch smaller than, whoa. I just got caught on my overalls there. It's all good. Looks like that's actually been busted off before. That was sort of half sitting off. That's alright, it'll click back in. Good thing it's just someone's battle truck. Probably not their pride and joy. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's a long ute and I still might need another half. Don't you get caught up under there. But yeah, there was a few videos that a couple of months ago when I first started here, I opened up and I talked about things that I'm like, you know what, I don't even want to publicize that, you know, like the reasons I left. And I know there's people are always like, oh, you always move around, Gunny, blah blah blah, but all I'll say this time is, if I'm not happy somewhere and I'm working with people that hate me, I'm not going to hang around. So you can read what you like into that. That's all I'm saying. All I'll say also is that I'm happy now, and that's the main thing to me. And I don't care who wants to go around trying to discredit me. And there's like some people that claim to hate me, but they still seem to like follow me, like me around, and it's like, man, if you hate someone, just let them be and don't give them any attention, you know. Like, these days we live in an attention-based economy, you know, so the worst thing you can actually do to somebody is not look at them, you know, like not give them any attention online, you know what I mean? That's always been my philosophy. Like, I've had a few people over the years with their own channels who've, you know, been quite nicey to me, backstab, all that kind of stuff. And you know what I do? I ignore them. It's the best thing, like, because it's like they probably want you to say their name, and then, you know, there might be a small portion of your own audience that dislike you, you know what I mean? Or they might be on the edge, and then they go and watch these other people and they agree with them, you know. So it's like, it's actually, you're better off just shutting your mouth and, yeah, not getting involved in the drama as well, you know. But it's funny how the same people that go around talking shit about you online won't have the balls to say any of it to your face, you know. I had one strange guy, like, he said the Gunman is a shit eater or something like that on Instagram. And I sent him a message. I'm like, why would you say that, man? Like, what have I done to you? It turns out that he was the one asking me. He already DM'd me on Instagram. I didn't see it because I wasn't following him. Anyway, and then he goes, oh, get out of my DMs or else I'll come over to the UK. So for starters, he thinks I'm from the UK, which I thought was funny. He's American. And then he goes, and I'll get out of my DMs or I will shove that spray gun, you and that spray gun up my ass. And it's like, what? You want to shove, so to get back at me, you want to shove my spray gun up your ass? Okay. I'll send it, I'll FedEx it over to you, mate, if that's what you're gonna do. That'll be funny. Like, you're punishing me by putting my spray gun up your bum? Okay, buddy, you do that. That's funny. Yeah, wouldn't you be like, you get out of my DMs or else I'll shove that spray gun up your ass? You know what I mean? Like, because, I don't know, like, that would be a bad thing for me, you know? I don't like that. Like, that's a one-way passage for me. Like, things come out, they don't go in. Oh well, I guess it takes all types to make up the world. I just thought it was funny that I could turn something like a negative into something actually quite funny, and it goes to prove that happiness is a state of mind, isn't it? It to be neat. I don't want like pockets where the overspray or the stuff, dust and whatever can land where possible. So yeah, what am I doing tonight? I jacked up my Torana to do the back panel, and then while I was doing that I needed to take out the petrol tank, so I painted up underneath the undercarriage of the back, and because I'm doing it at home, I kind of got to do it in sections. So I did under the back a week or so ago. I'm doing underneath the side and the guard liner area at the moment. So started on the weekend by just cleaning up the rust. I got some rust treatment on it last night. I've been loving this stuff called Penetrol. I don't know if you might know of it, but I think it's relatively well known. My dad even knew about it, but it's actually, from what I can gather, it's not something that is generally used in automotive restoration, but it is. It is, but it isn't. Like, it's not something that everyone uses. So yeah, I just love it. I love what it does. It sort of gets in all the crevices and stuff that you may miss, you know, like all inside the insides that you might not be able to get. So what it does is it's kind of like an oil, but it penetrates into the rust, and then it hardens and it locks out any moisture. So if you spray it onto rust, right, it'll penetrate it and then lock out. If you put water over the top of it after, it's just going to roll, like, bead off, and it's not going to actually, it won't be able to penetrate through like it would have previous to the treatment. So yeah, I've done a few tests with it and I'm happy and confident using it on my car. So, but technically on the can it says for use with oil-based paints, which is house, kind of more like, you know, house type paints and those kind of things. So that's why it's actually in a different section in Bunnings. It's not even in the same section as the normal rust killers, but I don't like the normal rust tillers, to be honest. I don't really rate them anymore after having, like, you know, enough experience with them, and I'm not the only one. But hey, it's like one of those things. Everyone's an expert, you know, and that's okay. Like, if you've got a method that works for you, good on you, man. I don't mind. But I'm gonna try this way, and you know what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If rust comes back in a few years, well, I know a guy who can fix it. That's the way I look at it. It's taken 50 years to get this bad. Well, nearly. It's a 75, so a couple of years off, a few years off 50 years, but and in the future, like, it's not going to be getting left outside. It's not going to be an oceanside or a beachside car. Like, it grew up along the coast, you know, so that's where my mate, I bought it off. He got it from someone down on the coast, and it was always a bit of a rough, as far as rust goes, you know, it was always a bit rough. And then I moved to Perth for 10 years and left it in my dad's paddock. Great idea, Gunny. But it's okay. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Because I got it jacked up, I'm actually going to do the repair on the sill, because I got, like, the side jacked up like that in my garage. I thought, well, while it's up in the air, I may as well do the repair on the sill. So I ordered in a little bit of epoxy primer. That job's actually going to be sponsored by Spray Guns Direct. Like, all the materials, they're sending over a pallet, which is awesome. So as always, big shout out to Spray Guns Direct, and that's the best way to support the channel. Is, you know, if you need some supplies and that, you know, obviously no pressure, just if you want to support the channel, just let them know, hey, Gunny sent me. And even if you don't want to support the channel, you can still get stuff off them because they're actually they're well priced, and they have a good, they provide a good service. So, and they're good people too. They're from Derbyshire in the UK. And yeah, as far as all the spray guns and that go, they ship worldwide. They can actually get their wet paints, like their quartz range, they can get that shipped worldwide also, I think, but it can get expensive. Dangerous goods shipping obviously gets a bit expensive. But yeah, the weather's warming up here in Australia, which is good. We're in spring. It's a bit of a rainy day out there today, but you know, slowly starting to warm up. I've been out there doing a bit of work in the garden lately, which is one of my passions. And it's great to finally have a yard again, you know, like. For a long time there I was living in units, and I even moved into an apartment, but it's really a pleasure to have a place with a big backyard in it, and yeah. Bit of dusty stuff on there. I've run out of stuff to say, so just watch me masking. You see some guys online and like their whole thing is, it seems to be It's something that it seems to do really well on TikTok and Instagram, like making out as if hard things are easy, you know what I mean? Like, seen some people and they're just like, oh, look at how it is, just get a raise. But it's like, well, the reality of it is, like, I bet you didn't mask that car up in the 30 seconds that you're trying to make out as if it takes, you know what I mean? I guess people just want to be sold the lie, you know, that everything is just easy. But then on the other hand, my popularity proves that going into detail about the reality and how long it, you know, what it really takes to get a job done, there's also a market for that as well. So yeah, I still can't believe, like, if I look back to where I started, you know, I could never have believed, like, expected this level of success on online, you know what I mean? I didn't even think it would ever be possible to get to like 20,000. I remember back then there was another guy, Refinish Network, who, I don't know, like, I haven't really seen much. He might still be uploading, but I haven't really seen much from him pop up in a long time. But he was the guy that I really looked up to, and he, like, when I started, he was on 20,000, and then I think I overtook him at about 50 or 60,000. My channel, like, yeah, and that was a real sort of moment for me. It's like, wow, that guy that I always, when I started off, I looked at him and I'm like, wow, that's just, imagine being that big, you know? And then to overtake him was, I guess, a bit of a milestone on my channel, you know? And hey, let's be honest, like, my channels aren't as big as what they used to be, you know? My main channel was pretty damn big in like 16, 17, 18, around that era. I was getting some big views. It's died down a bit. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta be like, maybe your stuff just got a bit same. I don't know. Maybe the novelty of the Gunman wore off, but you know what? It's still, I'm still doing well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but it's just, it is what it is. Like, I'm not here to complain about it. It's just, you know, stay humble, hustle hard, as they say. So, I've got to do a review soon. I might have to have a night off the Torana soon. It's not going to be tonight, maybe one night on the weekend or something. I squeeze a couple of hours in to make a review on the new Pro Light, GDI Pro Light. It's a new Spraylian. So it comes with two air caps, TE10 and TE20. And apart from that, it's just a Spraylian reborn. I wouldn't say it's the coolest looking gun, but you know, if you need a Pro Light, I guess it's a Pro Light. Again, sponsored by Spray Guns Direct. So if you want one, go head over there. I haven't checked into the price yet, but no doubt it's going to be a little bit more expensive than your standard, because, well, for starters, it's a limited edition and it does come with the two air caps, so TE10 and TE20. I popped the TE10 on it for this job because, I don't know, I just found the TE10 to be the best of the lot for the Stando Blue. A little bit of a finer atomization than the TE20, a little bit less material, and still rocking the 1.3. Oh, there's actually another gun that I've got there I'm going to be reviewing soon too. The SATA X5500 Future. I decided to review this one first, so yeah, why not? I probably should be jumping on that SATA one first, because that's quite popular by the looks of it. You know, get them views, mate. The YouTuber in me. Gotta get the views. But yeah. Oh, this is just about done anyway. Let us know if you've noticed a improvement in the video quality. But to be fair, you just haven't watched many videos on this channel for a while, most likely. Well, there hasn't been any new ones for a while anyway. That's about us, guys. I'm going to give that a prep sole, and yeah, hope you guys have all been well. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to support the show, check out the link in the description and you can buy some awesome Gunman merch. Until next time, get out there and make some shit. Gunman out.